So it's 2:27. There was a guy who was just sitting there a second ago, and my agent just showed up to see him, open the door, and then he told me to, I'll be with you in a second. So the last time I was here, I asked my agent to stop doing that. It's like not telling you when he has someone else or he's running late, or to let you show up a little bit later, let you know I'm running late, so you can show up at like 2:45 or something. It's one of those things where you schedule somebody in the same place, or you slow things down just so that someone you slow someone else. You're the person who's coming to see you, the schedule down for that person. So it's like another microaggressions, or the way he decides to get back at me because I've been recording him, or well, but he's been doing. The only reason I record him is because he's been doing like these little microaggressions, making facial, like acting gay for like 2 seconds, and then turning acting heterosexual again. So it's like those little microaggressions people put on or do to tell you they don't like you, and that's what he's been doing, or to make me feel like to not show up to the parole, to not show up to parole hearings. So I started recording. Oh, and plus I've been telling on Facebook and YouTube that not Facebook, YouTube and Twitter, that he's been about the things, the harassment and the sexual harassment in the community from the gay community, and they call it a mental health issue. So when I tell them that somebody walked past me and told me to be gay, he responds that that's a mental health problem, and nobody is not. I don't believe. Basically saying, I don't believe you, and you shouldn't believe that. You also should not believe that that happened to you. So I started recording him because I know that's a psychological, like he's a helpful, like a panderer. So someone who's helping another person do something bad to you. So I told him, I started recording and put it on YouTube so that people can see the how unbelievable it is that so that people can see how unbelievable the what he's telling me is, or to try to get him to say something differently and on camera. So I'm gonna put this on YouTube. I mean, on YouTube, and just tell you guys, keep telling. 'Cause I know it's a microaggression. It's an act. It's like a hostile, like a sign that somebody doesn't like you. To schedule two people at the same time, it's a microaggression. So I'm gonna tell as often as I can, and I'm just gonna keep putting this on YouTube. And hope the public should be able to tell the difference. That this guy who's my parole agents in the past have been doing things that they weren't supposed to do. And going and telling as many people as I possibly can is the only way that I can even if nothing happens, telling a bunch of people is a good thing, or posting it on YouTube is also a good thing, or that's what it's for, to tell people about the bad things that are happening that people should know. So that's what I'm doing. Oh, and then there's technology, right? So let's say you're watching. Well, this is possible. Well, this is obvious. Let's say you're watching like something on YouTube, and let's say somebody is on your computer, and they're watching you on YouTube, like somebody who knows how to get inside your computer and see what you're doing, right? So let's say that person who can look at your computer while you're on it and see what you're doing knows you're watching YouTube. So they can start talking to you, right? They can start talking to you through your speakers on your computer. So if you're watching a YouTube video, they can make like a lip smacking, like make a smacking noise while you're watching your YouTube video. So or they can make kissing noises, or like sex noises while you're watching your YouTube video, and electrocute your genitals at the same time. So it makes it hard for you to watch a YouTube video and listen to like whatever it is you wanted to watch. So this person is watching you while you're watching YouTube, and then he or she is making lip smacking, kissing noises, or sex noises while you're watching YouTube. And no matter what you do, you can turn the sound off, but you can't hear your YouTube video. You can turn the sound up, but you're still going to hear the lip smacking, the kissing noises, and the sex noises while you're watching your YouTube video. So it's like and then electrocuting your genitals at the same time. So he'll make a lip smacking noise and then electrocute your genitals, or she'll make a lip smacking noise and then electrocute your genitals. So like to terrorize, it's a terrorism. So I'm telling as much as I can, and yeah. What was I saying? Oh yeah, and this is what I learned too. So I know like white supremacists like to do this with their feet, like to act like they're stepping on something with their feet. When they look at you, they'll pick their foot up and then step down on something, like a symbol, like it's symbolic for something. And somebody told me it means they like to step on the male genitals. Like a white man likes to put his foot down on a black man's genitals. It's like a racist thing to do. And that's what these people have been telling me. And every once in a while I see some guy, a random person I've never seen before, look at me and then pick his foot up and then step down on something and keep walking. Well, there's nothing there. It's just air he's stepping on. But when he does, it goes like this, just steps down like that, and then keeps walking, or like pressing down on nothing, and then they'll just keep walking away. And I just learned that it's a symbolic thing. It means a white man who likes to step on a black man's genitals. So that's what I'm dealing with in the community. That's the kind of race actions people are taking towards me while I'm outside in Madison, Wisconsin. And they're telling me it's because they want you to be gay. You're supposed to be gay, and if you're not, that's the harassment we're gonna give you. The type of harassment that we're gonna show you from the gay community. So they use racism, they use sexism, they use culturalism, and just basic sexual harassment and normal harassment, and to make you feel bad, to hurt your feelings, to terrorize you. So I met my parole agent. I've told him these things. I've told them several times for the last 4 years about all the harassments that people have done in the last four years towards me, and they blame it on me. They say it's my fault. They say the reason you're being harassed, or it's either not happening, or it's because you're making it up. So nobody's harassing you. Nobody's doing any of these things to you, and everything you've told us over the last 4.5 years is something you've made up. But I've never learned this culture. I've never learned sexual harassment in the way I've told you guys on YouTube. I've never learned sexual harassment in any way that I've told you guys. I've never learned harassment the way I've told you guys. I don't know racism that well, besides what most kids in school learn about racism. I don't know any of the specifics. So when I talk about these things, these are things I just learned. So somebody is either doing this to me or telling me about it. And since I don't have any friends or anybody to hang out with every day, I know for a fact that it's not me. And you, if you knew who I was, would also know for a fact that it's not me who is talking about who is either doing these things or making these things up as I go. So the harassment, the sexual harassment, and all these things that are happening, and these people are doing these things. And I told my parole agent, and they call it a mental health problem, which is not true. It's not a mental health problem. It's like they're trying to drive you. It's an insanity attempt to drive you insane, right? Or I mean, I don't want to say that because I don't believe it, but I don't believe it's possible to drive somebody insane. But it is possible to make them feel bad and to not help that person, to not be helpful. So by saying that this person you're making this up, by saying that, it's almost as if you're saying you don't believe them and I don't want to help you. And it's hurtful because these people are asking you for help and they need it. They need it. So they really need it. It's harassment. Nobody's supposed to live with that kind of harassment in the community. And that's what I'm talking about too. There's a lot of all this every time I usually show up here, there's like somebody from the gay community in this lobby waiting for me on the same time that I show up to see my parole agent. So that's been a constant thing that's happening in the community. So, I mean, every time I show up here, so my agent or somebody else is scheduling the time where I show up to see my parole agent, to make sure that there is a person from the gay community sitting in the lobby waiting for me.
How's it going today?
Pretty good.
What do we got going on? Did you get the job?
No, I did not get the job.
Oh, no?
Oh, actually, I don't know. I
Okay.
don't know. They offered the job to me, and they told me that they have to wait and see if they're going to hire me with the background report that they got.
Okay.
So that was the last email I got from them, and I don't know if they're going to do anything else.
Okay. Well, you're approved for that. I'm going to double check so you're all good there. So that's promising, right?
Yeah.
Any other job leads that you got?
No, I'm working now, so I work at Premier Labor. So I work off and on at Premier Labor, so not really doing too much job searching.
What job do they got you working at?
It's random, so every day I show up, it's a random thing. I thought I mentioned that to you in a text message. You asked me before what's the schedule like and what type of jobs do they send you to?
Yeah.
And I told you in the text it's random all the time.
Okay. So what did they have you do today?
I didn't work today
When
because I told the guy this morning I had a parole meeting at 2 p.m. and he said I couldn't work. It wouldn't work out if he sent me to a job location because I don't think they would let me leave early.
What was the last job you did?
The last job I worked for this guy was last week. I don't remember. I've worked 3 times for him in the last 2 weeks.
Good job. What days?
I don't remember. They're at home.
Can you text me those?
Why do you want me to text you the days that I work?
I want to know what you're working, where you're working at.
I told you it's day labor, so it's random when they make you work. I've never had to text the various days I've worked at any day labor camp. And I've done this before. I've worked for Premier Labor before, and I've worked for People Ready.
Why is that hard?
No, I'm just saying, because it's a lot of work. That's a lot of work to do, to remember to let you, to write down my schedule. And there are a lot of various jobs that I go to. So that's a lot of work.
If I call Premier Labor, they're not going to have any type of scheduling for you for the week?
No, they don't schedule people. You call in the morning, 6 o'clock in the morning, or you show up at 6 o'clock in the morning. If they have work for you, they'll let you work. If they don't, they won't.
So every day it's random where you're going to work?
Or if I'm going to work. So there's no set schedule, and it's like a first come, first serve. So yeah, like I was saying, I've done this before for my last agent, so you can check my record. I've done that before. They've never asked me to do what you just said,
Just
and I've
send
done
you
this
your
for
work-
years.
Just send you your work schedule, you've never done
Yeah,
this.
I've never been asked to do
I
that.
want it. I want your work schedule.
I don't have a work schedule.
Okay.
It's random.
So, but you're doing jobs, right?
It's random when you do a job. So it's not like a common thing. It's not like a set schedule. So if you're asking for a schedule, there isn't one. You can
So-
call and ask them. They'll
Alright.
tell you, we
Who's
don't
your-
have a
Who's
schedule.
the guy scheduling your stuff?
So there's 3 guys that work there. All right, so it's 3 or 4 guys that work there. So you call in the morning. It could be anybody. It could be this guy named Mike, the manager. So
Mike.
the manager on shift that day. There's 4 guys. It says on their business card 4 different names. And every time you call, it could be somebody different.
Okay, and they all work for Premier Labor, and they're the ones scheduling you at different jobs and sites.
Is that unbelievable?
No,
Oh.
I'm just trying to figure out.
Yeah, well,
what you're doing.
I'm just asking for posterity's sake. Just so that for the people who are watching and for myself, that's what I'm asking.
And I'm asking these questions because you're on supervision, and I need to.
I understand, but you sound like you don't believe the things I'm saying. So you ask me questions and then you act like you don't believe the things I respond to. And you can tell in the tone of your
So
voice.
I'm not having any prejudgments, but you're not giving me the information I'm asking.
I did. You asked if
You
how
said
many
generic.
managers. Oh no, you asked
So I'm not
who was
gonna-
going to
I'm
be
not
there.
gonna argue with you.
I'm not arguing. You asked who is going to be there when I call. And I told you there are 4 different managers at Premier Labor.
Yes.
And any one of them could answer the call when you call.
What's their number?
I don't. All right, hold on. I gave it to you already. I'm pretty sure I gave it to you in a text message. I'll look and see to make sure. I'm going to show you guys the text messages I sent my agent. Give me a second. What's your number? I don't have your name saved.
I'm not gonna repeat my phone number.
All right. Well, they're gonna see it in a second. I just gotta find it. I think that's it. So 608-960-0782. So yeah, I sent my agent a message saying that, what do you do? What is the job you're doing for Premier Labor? I said, I'm working on construction right now, but I think it's going to change every day. It's not going to stay the same. The work I do is going to change every day. You said, okay, sounds good. Keep me posted on the changes of the schedule, please. If you get a schedule of the week, please text it to me. I said, why? You never responded. But there's no schedule.
So you did not give me the phone number. So what is the phone number?
Oh, shit. I gotta Google it. I'll Google it real quick. So, crap. I should have done this before. The phone number is 608-663-62222. So, 6222.
Okay. And you said one of the managers there is Mike?
I think so. I don't know the name.
But
I know there's 4
4
guys on that business card he gave me.
Okay. Well, part of my job is I have to verify those things, and so that's all I'm trying to do.
Yeah, but that was like 2 weeks ago. You could have done that by now.
So I have a large
Oh,
caseload,
you're- yep.
Okay.
so I try to work as much as I can.
Okay.
All right. So working, that's a good thing. Has your housing changed?
No.
No.
Oh,
And we don't know about Boo yet, but we're hopeful. Is that something you want to do?
I don't know. It's not too serious. It's another job to me.
Have you had any other police contact or anything like that in the last 2 weeks since our last appointment?
Do you guys? Okay, my last agent told me that she doesn't care or doesn't want to know when I call the police. She only wants to know when the police are called on me or the police make contact with me. Is that the same way you want to work?
No, anytime you have police contact, I'd like to know.
Oh, that's funny.
That's part of your rules of supervision.
So when you call the police, you're supposed to inform your parole agent?
If you're calling the police because of a situation and they come to you and you have a police contact,
No, the police never showed up. I never physically seen a police officer. Is there any other form of contact you're referring to?
Any contact, if you call them, I'd still like to know.
Okay, well, I've called the police over 400 times in the last 4 years.
Well,
No.
So I don't need the whole 4 years.
No. I'm just saying. You should know this. Over the last 4.5 years, I've made police contact over 400 times, probably 200 to 300, or at least in several hundreds of times. And I've been told because of that to stop telling my parole agent. The female, Kay.
But you didn't hear that from me.
Right, Kay Valdez told me to stop telling her when I called the police.
Okay. Well, you're not with her.
Okay.
So you're
All right. So yeah. So last night or yesterday, 2 nights ago, I had to call the police because somebody at a gas station, and I posted on YouTube. So if you want to watch that conversation or hear that conversation with the police officer about what happened at the Quick Trip in Middleton, feel free. 2 guys showed up. One of them got out of the car, mouthed the words "be gay" to me. Walked inside the store, and I told him to go fuck himself. He walked inside the store, looked at his friend, and told his friend, asked his friend if he said anything to you. His friend said no. I didn't hear what they said. But he walked inside the store, then walked outside this. When I got my money. I went inside the store to pull out money from the ATM. I did that. I started to walk outside the store, but as I did, the same guy who had walked in the store before he went into the store said, "Be gay." Walked past me and licked his top lip. So he took his tongue out and licked his top lip while looking at me, and then kept walking out the door. I looked at him and I told him, "Do not lick your lips at me." He then said, "What?" I said, "Do not lick your lips at me." And he had he was doing that scare tactics with the baklava, angry voice, angry demeanor. And then he told me, "You don't know me, boy. Don't ever talk to me. Don't talk to me. You don't know me." And I said, like I said, "I'm not gay. Don't lick your lips at me." And he then told me to walk outside, come outside. So I put my money in my pocket. I pulled my camera out. I tried to get it to turn on, but I couldn't get it to turn on while I was talking to this guy and his friend at the same time. So I walked outside the store. The guy and his friend told me, basically said, you must be gay because you're strung out about what I said or what happened. And I said, "No, I'm not gay. You just came in here, licked your lips at me, and before you did that, you told me to be gay, and then now you're calling me gay." And he just said, "Yep, you're right. You is gay. You're gay. You're gay. You're a fag. You're gay. You're gay. You're gay." Out loud in the public. And I told him to go fuck himself. And the guy drove away. The guy and his passenger drove away. His friend tried to vouch for him and said that he was wearing a mask. There's no way he could have licked his lips at you. And I said he wasn't wearing a mask inside the store. He was wearing it before he entered the store, but he didn't wear it inside the store.
So you called police?
Yes, to tell them that, again, somebody sexually harassed me in public, and then told me to be gay.
What were you doing over in Middleton?
I live near Milton.
So you were just at the Quick Trip? Yeah. You drive? You driving?
Yeah, I drive. So, anyways, I go to that Quick Trip to buy things, or to use their car wash, or to get gas. And there's 2 Quick Trips near Milton. And the closest Quick Trip with a car wash is the Quick Trip that I went to. And that's the one I normally go to.
What did police say when they...
I told them exactly what I just told you. I posted the video online, and I told them that somebody again sexually harassed me in the community, and I've been reporting this to you guys over and over again. And he said a bunch of things, but you can watch the video to get I don't remember exactly what he said.
What do you do on your free time? You do anything for fun?
I've already told you the things I do in my free time.
Okay.
I've already told you this.
Okay, tell me again.
Why is this important to?
Well, because I'm just wondering what you do. You seem to be, you're at the public library one day, and Quick Trip. I'm just trying to see what the day in the life is like for you.
What's the public library about?
Tell us what else to do with it.
Okay, so could you talk to me and tell me what you're talking about?
Yeah, I was asking you what you do in your spare time. What do you do?
All right,
You
so
write, you read. play tennis? I don't know. What do you like to do?
Okay, so I've already told you this. I like to do, well, besides the obvious things that people normally do,
What normal people do?
they go home, they go to work, they go to, they take care of themselves, they do laundry, they clean their, clean their stuff, they manage themselves. So hobbies, I don't have one. I don't. Well, that's not true. I do things. I do things that normal people do. Right now, I'm volunteering. I've been doing that for the last 2 weeks.
Where are you volunteering?
The River Food Pantry, and before the week before that, I volunteered at the Ironman.
Nice.
I volunteered at the Ironman for Saturday and Sunday. Did put fit Saturday and Sunday, and what else do I do? What else do I do? I do a bunch of things. I can't remember right now, but
I'm not interrogating you. I'm just asking.
no, I'm trying really hard to remember, and I can't think of the things I do in my free time. But it's irrelevant. It's really irrelevant to what I'm saying. It doesn't matter because when I go outside, if I'm in public and someone sees me or knows who I am, they'll do something, some form of sexual harassment, or if not that, just regular harassment, like call you ugly or tell you to be gay, or and just keep walking, or to stomp their foot down on the ground while they're looking at you.
When you're at work, like at the volunteering and stuff like that, do people do that to you?
Yes,
too?
everywhere I go. If there's a gay dude there, that's the type of treatment that's the way he treats me, or they treat me. So if some gay dude sees me, they usually say something gay in my direction or bend over, while look at me, bend over and pause, like while they're bending over, just stand there pausing while they're looking at you, or and then or lick their lips, or yell out, "You're still gay," and while you're volunteering, and everybody else is real quiet and nobody does anything, says anything, and it acts like nothing's happening. But it's like it's almost as if they're waiting for me to have these waiting for somebody else to do something. So it's not like they don't hear this person saying this. It's like they're waiting for someone else to do something about it. And I guess that person would be me. But it's irrelevant. It's irrelevant. My point is, everywhere I go, this happens. So having a hobby wouldn't help. So if I do a public hobby, like I played airsoft for like a year and a half. And the entire time that I did that, the kids or the adults that I played with used sexual harassment known to get to like terrorize a straight guy. Like if you're not gay, so imagine all the ways that a person could hurt someone who wasn't gay with sexual harassment over every year, everything you've known, everything you've learned in your entire life. Imagine that. And those are the things that were happening to me while I was playing airsoft. So the hobbies wouldn't matter. A hobby wouldn't make a difference because people will still treat you, if they see you, the same way.
Why do you think people say this to you?
Because somebody wants me to be gay.
Who?
I know Todd Hall does. The dude was a gay, pandering person my entire life. My grandmother is also gay. She was a lesbian. She never told me. My sister is in the gay community. She had sex with me when I was a kid. She gave me a blowjob. I was like 4 or 5 years old. She did that in front of her boyfriend, who was also gay. His name was Justin Crowell Moat. And then my grandmother used to try to see me naked. So every time I was using the bathroom, she would like try to get into the bathroom to watch me while I was bathing, to watch me while I was taking a poop, to watch me while I was peeing, to tell me that she used to tell me that I had nothing she never seen before. So she used to try to see me naked.
Have you addressed?
My family is gay, dude.
And I know you've worked with some other professionals on this in the past. You know, have you tried to work?
Do you understand what I'm saying? So if your family's gay, there are other gay families in our community. So they work together to get their children the way they want them to be.
But you don't speak to them anymore, right?
No.
Okay.
But that's irrelevant because there are other people in the community who speak to them. So if they see me, they act as if they would act. So they act like on behalf of your family. We're going to treat you the same way.
But have you worked through any of that childhood trauma that you're telling
It's not
me?
traumatic. I'm telling now because somebody is harassing me in ways that I can't get around.
You don't think that your sister giving you a blowjob in front of her boyfriend is traumatic?
No, I don't. Actually, I don't. Because in my opinion, it wasn't. It wasn't that dramatic. It was something she did, something like she learned how to do from somebody else. How to.
Other ways? Has it affected you?
Yes, like socially, it's been a social drama played out for most of my life. So my sister doing that hasn't caused a mental trauma. It's like more like like an irritation that people believe it's okay to teach kids to have sex with the same sex as children, and that's been the issues I've been dealing with in the community because people believe that if you do that, you must be gay, or if you've done that, you are gay.
So we keep talking about this conversation of how do we.
Well, I've been asking for help. That's why I've been telling you. Ask me why these problems keep existing or keep reoccurring. It is because the gay community believes I am gay, and I'm outside every day trying to tell them I am not gay.
So you think the guy at the gas station?
Yes,
was
yes, that dude was gay.
Okay.
Both of everybody in that car was gay.
Here today, was there anybody in the room that bothered you?
No, nobody. Oh, this dude that was sitting right here went like this, towards my crotch. When I signed in, and as I turned around, the guy bit his mouth towards my crotch, and the guy you saw that you brought into the room with you opened his mouth and bit his face towards my crotch as I walked around the table. Yes. And I think gay people do that. They do it all the time. They see a guy walk past them. It's like gay sexual harassment. They will bite towards your crotch. It's gay harassment.
Well, so keep informing me about the situations that happen in the community out there when you're police contact, and I'll take it day by day.
But it's been 400 police reports, man. This has got to be more than. I mean, I guess you're right. I'm sorry. You're right. I should take it day by day, I guess. But my point is, I've been telling and asking for help, and you guys have been calling what I've told you a mental health problem, as if it's impossible for anyone in the gay community to harass or terrorize someone, use sexual harassment to terrorize people.
I don't think that's impossible. I don't think that's an impossible thing.
So why has it been the response that I'm having a mental health problem when I've reported that these people have been sexually harassing me in the community?
So I don't have charging authority. Like I can't charge anyone with a crime. I don't have that power as an agent. Police do, and so if they're not charging, like there's not much that I can do because I'm the next window of that, right? So if a cop charges someone and says yes, they were doing this, then they have to go to court and then they get put on the department, right? I can't single-handedly, unless it was something that was going on, like at the office, right, that I was aware of, right? I have to note everything and make sure that everyone is aware of that situation. But I still don't do the charging referrals. We even still call the police, and they still have to do the formal charge. And so in terms of like my power, in terms of what I can do, if someone is harassing me in the community, it's not, I don't have much power to do it.
I would just appreciate that. Oh, well, it's too late now, but over the last 2 years, you guys have called what I've been reporting to you guys a mental health problem, and even sending me to see medical doctors to discuss the harassment that I've been getting in the community. And that's not the same thing as what you just told me. So the appropriate thing, I've always imagined the appropriate thing to do would be to say that this person, the harassment you have is exactly what you just said. We can't do anything about that, and there's nothing we can do about it. But to advise me to be hurtful or malicious or what's the word? Nefarious? Insidious, I think the word is, maybe dark intentions, to tell somebody they have a mental health problem when they don't, when they know rightfully that somebody did something to them, is wrong.
So I still think that you've had experiences in your life that have been traumatic for you, and I don't know if you want to address those yet or not.
No, those are criminal. That's incest. That's a crime. That's your grandmother grooming you to be gay because she grew up around gay men, and she believed that her grandchildren should grow up to be gay just like the men she grew up around. That is wrong.
And you believe that is wrong.
I know it's wrong. Child abuse is grooming.
So that's what I mean. I think I think that's traumatic.
You don't believe that's wrong?
No, I do.
Okay.
That is a crime.
Okay.
But I do believe that you've had some experiences that are very traumatic.
Yeah, I dealt with it years ago. That's over 25 years ago,
But you
27
still
years
talk
ago.
about it often.
Because somebody is in the community harassing me because of the things that I did as a child. So when you ask me what's going on, when I tell you about police reports, when I tell you that I've called the police and did in response to the things that happened to me in the community, or the illegal sexual harassment, or the forms of harassment that are illegal that you can call police about, when you ask me about those things and you ask me why do you think those things are happening, I tend to tell you it's because of my childhood that these people believe it's okay to do the things that they do to me in the community.
Is there anything like that, as a department that we can do to just, it seems like when you come in here, you're very on edge.
No, I'm not on edge. I had a great time before I came here. I drove here. I'm not on edge.
Okay.
I like to tell. I'm trying to tell as much as I can in a short period of time.
I just want to make sure. I just want you to, I don't want you to feel like I'm attacking you in any way. I just want to talk and
I'm telling.
figure it out.
I'm telling.
Yeah.
I'm telling.
But even like that, you guys want to
I'm trying to get a lot out. I got a short period of time to tell you a lot of bad things that are happening to me. Well, not bad, but harassing things that these people keep doing to me. And I think it's important to tell someone who is partially responsible for me in this community.
Sure.
And you asked about the police encounter, so I told you the essence of that police encounter and why I believed it happened, and that's where we are.
Thank you for telling me. I appreciate it. Was there anything else that you got going on that you want to share?
Nope.
All right. That's what I got for you today.
All right, cool.
Set a next appointment with me?
Yep.
All right, we'll do 2 weeks out.
2 weeks.
Yep.
I see you every month.
Oh, you were right. I'm sorry. I was on a different page there. All right, let's do October. Let's see. Today's the 20th. You want to do October 20th?
Sure.
And what time would you like?
It don't matter.
Let's do 3 o'clock.
All right.
3 o'clock p.m. October 20th. All
Cool.
right.
All right.
All right. Take care. We'll see you in 2 weeks. Okay.
1 month.
1 month. Yes, October 20th. 3 o'clock.
Yep.